Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How much control does a human have over his heart? If we do, then how can we control it? If not, then is it enough to pray and just recite namaz or Quran by tongue?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a throne. That his thousands, millions, infinite number of creation will disappear into the throne that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created for himself. Allah is not in need of the throne. Allah means to show his majesty. This throne of Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not given to any other creation except for those ones that he has created to represent him. That throne is the heart. Allah has only given to mankind. And Allah is saying, I am there. Seek me. Look for me. You will find me. I'm closer to you than your jugular vein. I'm there. Put me there. Take out the other lords that you have put in your heart. Take it out. Because it is not their place. Because in reality they don't even exist. But they exist because you make it to exist. We make it into a reality. And we put it there. We're talking about the idols that we have put into our heart, our ego, our anger, our desires, our stubbornness, our arrogance to ourselves, to others. Those are the idols that we have put into our hearts. 124,000 prophets came to teach this one thing. Remove all the idols from your heart and say, La ilaha illallah. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if he did not send 124,000 prophets to help us to clean our heart, if he did not send 104 books, if he did not send his friends, just with the intelligence that Allah has given us, we will be able to find out that Allah is one. There is no Allah besides him, and everything else is false. Without any of that, man will understand that there is La ilaha illallah. But Allah has sent prophets, books, and awliya Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself is whispering. The angels are whispering. The awliya Allah are whispering to our hearts. And mankind has that power to control his heart. If not, why Allah is going to send his beloved ones to teach us how to do it? How do you do that? You have to understand, first, the ilahs that you have put there in order to get rid of it. Majority, they're saying yes by the tongue, but they're not understanding what is the ilah that you have to say la to. That you can do through several ways to get rid of that ilah. Several ways you can do it. One way that you can do it, it is through belief. You just believe. It's only one Allah. You believe in the books. You believe in Allah, meaning believing, and you are doing all that Allah has ordered you to do. Believing in the books. To have no doubt. Going through the books, and the books are saying, and you are following, you are submitting to that. The angels and the prophets and the amantus. There is one step that everyone has to take. There is a step that everyone also has to do. With that belief, they have to do. They have to keep their prayers. You have to fast. You have to give zakat. You have to give zakat. You have to understand what is your relationship with the wealth, with this world, and to say that this doesn't belong to me. It belongs to Allah. What is here, it is an amanat. It is a trust, and it doesn't belong to me 100%. I have to give the rights to others, the poor people, the orphans. They didn't work for it. It doesn't matter. It is their right. Slowly all this will make you to pull yourself back away from worshiping yourself, worshiping your wealth, worshiping your property and everything that you say belongs to me. Your fasting is going to make you to understand your spirit. The spirit is giving your body strength. It is not the strength giving the body, giving the strength to the spirit. And the more that the spirit is trying to control your body, the more the spirit is going to become more free. And the more powerful, then you're going to understand. And this is only a small taste. Small taste of that power that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. So many people, when we're fasting, they ask, oh, it's impossible. I can never do that. I can never do that. But you know what? Allah is making them to fast too. You don't like it, you go through your diet because you want to look good. You don't like it, you're going to go through a surgery, you have to fast too. You cannot eat. They put tube here, and you cannot. But what is that making us to understand? It's making us to understand now that we can control our desire. And what happens when we control our desire? We feel and we understand a little bit of what the angels are going through, because they're not in need of food and drink, and yet they're doing everything and they're worshiping. The Hajj, to leave everything and to run to Allah. Now, these are different ways to try to clean your heart. But the way that Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam, when he's asking the Prophet alayhi salam, and the Prophet alayhi salam ends with this: ihsan, beauty, sincerity. It is to worship Allah as if you see Him. And if you don't see Him, He sees you. That means now, to know that Allah is seeing us. Can Allah ever not see us? No. So now you're going to live your life knowing that Allah is seeing us. So every action that we're doing now, it is to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So every action that you do now, it becomes a worship. You understand? That time, yes. Because the ones who are standing, lying down, sitting, they're remembering their Lord. They're in the marketplace, they're remembering their Lord. They're with their families, they're remembering their Lord. They are dancing, they're remembering their Lord. They are not separate because they say Allah is watching and I'm watching Allah to see whether He's pleased with me. Now that is a way of tariqat. That is a way of spirituality. And they will teach us how we can control it. Not to run to what the ego is saying and to just give it. They will teach us how to. But for that, you have to submit to a master who's going to teach you. If you don't, you're always going to doubt him. You're always going to fight him, and it doesn't work. You cannot fight against your doctor. You're not going to gain nothing. And this is a way that is 1400 years that the Holy Prophet ﷺ first he has given to his Sahaba Kiram, and he says, continue these teachings. Alhamdulillah, we are in the presence of our Shaykh, and we are continuing this as much as we can. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha. Amen.